Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to unbox the Apple Pencil that is compatible with the iPad Pro. It is probably one of the better tools for the iPad Pro for drawing, for selecting, for inputting, and here it is. And when I'm done, you'll also be able to see the picture up on the screen. But this is how it looks like when it arrives. And let's go ahead and open it. It comes with a thinly veiled plastic, like most products, in the shape of a box. And has a tab over here that you can just pull it out. You don't have to rip it open. It comes out just like that. And over here you'll have the instruction manual as well as the connector and an extra tip. And this is the actual product. It's covered down with a thinly veiled piece of plastic that is holding it in place. So let's go ahead and take that out. There you see it. And it's wrapped in another thinly veiled plastic. We're going to take that out, and immediately you notice that the top, it's a little loose, and you can already see that probably you want to keep this secured and safe, because something this small could easily get lost unless you have some place to put it or a place to hold it. It comes right off, and you see it. It's made specifically to fit on the lightning end of it. You see it? I'll put that right there. And it's about 6.5 inches, and it feels like an actual pen or pencil. It has some weight to it. It doesn't feel cheap, but I wouldn't try and put it in a place where it could easily get damaged or dropped just because I'm not sure how strong it is. The tip feels pretty secure. I'm not sure how long it will last, but it does come with an extra tip in case this one runs out. There it is. And for our purposes, I'm going to show you what I'm going to use it on. I'm going to use it on the iPad Pro 12.9 inch. And the reason that it looks so bulky and big is because it's covered with a protective case, because if you're going to make such a costly investment, you're going to want to protect it. Now, this one I bought specifically from Amazon. It's by a company called Poetic. Now, I will not recommend this company on the basis of the stand that it comes in the back. It's supposed to come on the back. Somehow it wasn't made to last. This is my third Poetic. The good thing about Poetic as a company is that customer service is very good in that you call them up, you tell them that the back piece broke so the iPad could stand, and they'll send you another one. Now, this is my third one because the back just keeps breaking under the weight of the iPad. Just resting it on a table, just resting it on a bed, just resting it on a counter. It just can't support the weight. The actual case is good. It comes with a piece in the front that's plastic to protect the iPad, but the stand in the back is just poorly made. It can't support it. So once you unbox your iPad pencil, your Apple Pencil, see the connector, and the way that this case is made is supposed to be splash resistant. So right in the bottom it has a piece where you have to pull open, and the iPad pencil is supposed to connect right into it. And the reason that we're doing this is to charge it. Now, it comes with a little bit of power already in it, but the first thing that we have to do is pair it. And as soon as you put it in, you're going to see it gives you this message. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it says Bluetooth pairing request. Apple Pencil would like to pair with your iPad. And we're going to go ahead and click pair. If this message doesn't come out, you have to go to settings and go under the Bluetooth option. And under the Bluetooth option, you're going to see that it says Apple Pencil. And it's probably a little too bright for you to see, but it will be under the Bluetooth option tab once you select it. And since it's already been paired, I press the pair button and it will say connected. If you were having problems connecting, sometimes you have to click the I button under Bluetooth and say forget this device, unplug, disconnect your Apple Pencil and try connecting it again and try the pairing process again. The good thing about this is that it charges pretty fast. So once I plug it in, it could be about 5 minutes for a complete charge. Now the Apple Pencil wasn't completely empty, but it's a pretty fast charge. Now one thing you want to remember, like I told you before, you don't want to lose the top. They have other tops that are available through Walmart, also through Amazon and other stores that are not the original, but this top I can already see. Once you connect it, it doesn't stay on very securely. And if you put it, let's say, in your pocket, in your bag, I could see it just being pulled off by something else that you have. The other good thing I like about the Poetic case, even though the back is just horrible and I don't recommend it, but something that they did do right was they actually have a space on the right hand side of the case that actually was intended to hold the pencil. And there it is. So that's a good way to not lose it. But again, the top comes off very easily. I could already see it getting lost if you're not very careful with it. They sell on Amazon another top that actually comes with a ring that you can put around the pencil as a replacement for the actual top that came with the Apple Pencil. Another thing I want to say about this case, because other than the back, it's a wonderful case. I bought this product off of Amazon. I know they're not paying me, so you can get it anywhere else, but that's where I got it from. It's not very expensive. This is probably one of the better purchases I made on Amazon. And this is a holder for the iPad. One of the things that they recommend on Amazon you do not do if you have the 12.9-inch iPad Pro like I do is they recommend that you leave it on here on this stand horizontally. But they actually don't recommend this holder for this iPad because I think the weight is a little too much for it. But from my experience, you can actually put it horizontally. You could actually put it vertically. But it all depends on how you adjust it so it won't fall. If you're looking at it this way, you can maneuver it this way. You can maneuver it that way. And the closer you put it to the bend, the greater risk you're taking of your iPad Pro toppling over. So I don't recommend you do that. But if you leave it at about this distance, it should hold it fine. And again, You could actually feel the weight to it. It's sturdy, it's strong, it doesn't slip. And if I were to put it here like this, I can leave it here, no hands, I don't have to worry about it. They recommend you put it this way. But I have found that I haven't had any problem, this is including the weight of the actual case. It hasn't fallen, it hasn't slipped if I leave it like this on the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. This is a question that I had when I wanted to purchase something to hold my iPad Pro. They don't actually sell a lot of products for the 12.9-inch iPad Pro that actually work. And this is one that I bought for about $8. And if you're a Prime member, you don't even have to pay for the shipping and handling. But it works like a charm. Of course, I'm always thinking that it's going to fall just because the iPad Pro is a pretty hefty investment. But up till now, it hasn't fallen. And hopefully during this broadcast, it will not fall. But again, even including the weight of the case with it, it just stays in place. And you see the pencil right there. And I could go ahead and proceed with whatever I intend to do with it. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But as far as ordering it, you can go ahead and order it online. This is something that I was able to purchase online, and I was able to pick it up from my nearest Apple store, which was half a mile away, in about 20 minutes from the time that I ordered it. It's not a big purchase. I don't think they need a lot of time to prepare it. When you actually go down to the Apple store, they actually take longer to actually find the product. You might have to wait in line because there are other customers there. And from the time that I actually got to the store, I waited about almost 15 minutes to pick it up after my order was ready. But I think that's because the store was crowded and it was during rush hour in a major city. And so, but from the time that I actually purchased it, going down to the store and picking it up, I waited in the store for about 15 minutes. Bring your ID, because many times they won't give you your product without ID. I managed to go to the store on a day that I didn't bring my ID, but all they had to do was have me log in to my Apple account, and they saw it was me. I actually didn't do that, but they were nice enough. I guess I had a friendly enough face to give me the product regardless. But I think I'm going to like this purchase. In a few weeks, I'll do an update if I can to tell you how it's been working and how it's resulted in the use that I intended for. Okay, thank you. Go on. Have a good day.